We all know there are 3 essentials for lasting happiness: meaningful relationships, a sense of purpose, and gratitude for, hold on, that doesn't seem right. Okay, no, what I meant to say was you need a gaming PC, internet access, and a mini fridge full of your favorite beverage. If that's not true happiness, I'm not sure what is. But all 3 of these can be ripped away from you during a power outage. So today, we're gonna try to build the ultimate PC desk setup that'll still work when you lose power. The plan on paper is simple. Combine all 3 of our beloved items into a single desk, find a portable way to power them without being plugged into the grid at all, and then see exactly how long that setup can survive for. But okay, let's get started. We got ourselves a mini fridge, so that's what, like a third of the way to true happiness? So the next step is to pick out a gaming PC, which will be heavily constrained based on what we decide to use to power this all, as the wattage draw of a high-end PC is definitely gonna affect how long this thing can last for. Now, Anker SOLIX was kind enough to send out their brand new S2000 portable power station. So we're gonna see exactly how much this can handle. It has a 2 kilowatt-hour capacity and was made to be hyper efficient. They claim it can power a full-size home fridge for like 35 hours straight. So what I'm thinking is if we power a mini fridge plus a PC, maybe we can get like 24 hours out of that? Is that ridiculous? I don't know, we're gonna find out. Now, I've had this vision for a while of a cantilever desk that is only supported on one side. Obviously, the main issue is if I just let this go, this piece of wood's gonna fall. But if we weigh it down with a 30-pound dumbbell, well, look at that. And now we're floating on this side, which I think is an awesome aesthetic. It's not super stable yet though. So we can either add more weight or adhere the wood to the mini fridge. Now the S2000 here is 35 pounds. Could we just use this by itself? Oh my gosh. And honestly, if we just add a PC right here too, maybe that's enough weight to cantilever the board. I don't know. Now, we could certainly go the safe route and use something like a mini PC. This would certainly ensure that our setup would last a long time just on battery, but this S2000 is rated for 1500 watts, up to 3000 peak, which seems like it should be enough to handle in like an actual gaming PC. So the real question is, do we want to burn bright but fast, or like simmer for a long time? I feel like we should burn bright and fast. Now, this is a PC we actually built on this channel a few months ago, where I followed a build guide from 2014, so the parts are a little dated. It's rocking an i5 4690K and a GTX 980, which together should not be drawing all that much power, but should still let us play some video games. Having the weight of a full PC is also gonna help us with our cantilever. The last thing I want is this to tip over and for everything to fall. That would be really bad. I feel like aesthetically, it makes more sense to have the S2000 on the inside and the PC on the outside. I think it's time to move on to our monitor of choice, which I'm thinking is gonna be that one, way up there. This is gonna be the bulk of the weight that the cantilever actually has to like sustain. And we could again use like a portable monitor, something that is quite a bit lighter. But ideally, I'd like this setup to be as usable as possible when the power goes out. And having a nice 1440p display is definitely gonna help with that. Okay, it has not collapsed. Knock on wood. Whoa. It is really cool not to have a second leg over there, although it's giving me like just a tiny bit of anxiety. You might be noting a very slight negative tilt here, and that's all because of this little piece right here in our mini fridge. This hinge piece is not flush with the rest of the top, so you can see the angle is made from that. So I feel a bit compelled to just cut the wood around that piece. That way we ensure it is entirely flat. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Oh, I just had a 5-head idea. If we use a monitor stand like this, we can displace the weight farther this way. That's so cool. And the cherry on top, which means I think it's finally time to start plugging things in. We have a lot to power, and I'm very curious to know how long this lasts, or if it even works in the first place. You can see we're working with 3 outlets on the front. There's 2 more in the back as well. And let's see, we have our mini fridge, our PC, our monitor, and our Wi-Fi router. So we actually have 1 outlet remaining. I'm gonna use these 2 outlets in the back of the S2000 to power our PC and our monitor. Actually, I completely forgot about our mini fridge, so we definitely have to plug this into the back here. Oh, it just kicked on, which means our monitor is gonna have to plug into the front of the S2000. Cable management has never been my strong suit. I don't think that's gonna change now. Although we can find this nice little pocket right here. And then finally, let's plug in our Wi-Fi. Ooh, if we plug it in here, we fully cover up the extra outlet. You know what, let's unplug this, flip this one around like that, plug this one right here. And now we can plug this in right here. Okay, so if we take a look, we are currently drawing 101 watts. And I do also wanna measure the temperature of the fridge to see, oh yeah, well you can see the lights on, but I wanna see how cold it actually gets in here. So we will periodically be checking that temperature. But now it's time for the actual moment of truth. Let's turn on our gaming PC. Here goes nothing. Oh, that's a good sign. Can we actually post a signal running entirely off of this power module? Oh my gosh. And with that, we are now drawing 181. That's actually quite a bit less than I thought we were going to be drawing. Everything you see here is powered just from this. You can see there's no extra cables being plugged into the wall. And in fact, I mean, this side of the desk is also completely floating. Now, while idle draw is one thing, I do want to see how this setup reacts to full-on gaming. So naturally, we'll fire up some Cyberpunk 2077, which will force our GPU to work as hard as possible, essentially drawing the maximum amount of watts that it likely can. Now, importantly, our battery system here does produce a pure sine wave, which offers consistent voltage regulation and better mimics the power supplied from the grid, and is also completely necessary not to damage our GPU or other components. So with our PC running Cyberpunk on a 1440p display and our fridge actively cooling down to what, 9 degrees Celsius, and our router providing internet to our PC, we're drawing 330 watts. I'll be honest, I thought that number was gonna be quite a bit higher, but remember, the Anker SOLIX S2000 is rated for 1500 watts and can even sustain a peak of 3000 watts. That's like almost 10 times as much as we're currently drawing. And just so we're taking full advantage of our fridge, I'm gonna put it in a glass of water. Keep it nice and cool. I think the play is to add a little stool underneath the desk here so you can kick your feet up. Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty nice. Getting a little spoiled by the fact that I have a mini fridge right next to me. There's a good chance this ends up staying inside of my studio. Pretty nice. Throughout the course of our gaming session, the PC has felt completely stable. Honestly, you would not be able to tell that this wasn't plugged into the wall. And now, after an entire hour of use, let's take a look at the state of our battery. And we are down just 10%. But we were also gaming most of that time, which is the most intensive thing that we can do with our computer. You can see now that we're just kind of web browsing, we are down to pulling 114 watts, as opposed to like the 330 that we were pulling when gaming. So if my math is correct, this is gonna last well over 10 hours of running everything you see here, including our mini fridge, which is kind of wild. We even still have an entire extra outlet. Plus, we could do something like charge our phone directly with the USB Type A or the USB Type C. At this point, it's getting pretty late, so what I'm gonna do is leave all of this running overnight and see if it's still alive in the morning. But all right, we are at 89%. It's time to find out what it's at in the morning, if it's even still running. So I'll see you then.
Several hours later.
Good morning. It has been over 10 hours since we left our system. Let's see if it is still kicking. At this point, our PC is asleep, but if we open our mini fridge, it's still kicking. It looks like we've maintained a -3 degrees Celsius temperature overnight. On top of that, our router is still kicking, but I'm super curious how much charge we have left in the Anker SOLIX S2000. I want you to make a mental guess of what this is at right now, because when we left this over 10 hours ago, we were at 89%. And so after an entire night of running our mini fridge, our router, and I guess our PC, which is asleep, let's see what this is actually at. 71%? That's pretty impressive. I thought we were gonna be well under 50%. At this point, I'm fully convinced that our little setup here would be great at surviving power outages. Because think about it, when a power goes out in real life, you're not gonna try to repower your entire house, just your essentials, right? And what's essential? Your livelihood and food and water. And so with a little box the size of an ITX PC, you can sustain all of that for honestly way longer than I was anticipating. This is also with a full gaming PC. Like imagine you were just charging your laptop. That would be drawing far less power. I'm sure you could charge your phone and like your MacBook so many times over with this, considering we can also power a full gaming PC. Even at 69%, we have over 11 hours of this current output draw, meaning you could work for a full business day during a power outage, which now that I'm saying that out loud, sounds kind of awful. You wouldn't want to work during a power outage, right? But you could if you really had to. The fact this setup still had so much power after being on all night, keeping our fridge and our Wi-Fi on is kind of crazy to me, but also highlights Anker SOLIX's focus on OptiSave, which is their system level approach to reduce wasted energy in real backup scenarios. Like I said, in an emergency, you're probably only going to be powering your fridge at the very least. But fridges are intermittent, right? Like they kick on, they kick off. And so during those idle moments, OptiSave reduces idle consumption by up to 70%. And that efficiency can make a huge difference in ensuring that your fridge stays cold as long as possible. Especially now that I'm a father and have a family to look after, I found myself really gravitating towards battery backups and battery backups for my battery backups. My home battery backup, for example, the Anker SOLIX E10 has helped me sleep so soundly at night knowing that my family will basically always have power. And now with the S2000, I feel like I can further extend keeping the essentials powered on even more so. Plus the fact that this one is portable, man, now I want to like build a PC out in the woods, all powered by this. I feel like this setup is a perfect mix of form and function, but I have one idea to make it even better, hypothetically. It all has to do with this little orange outlet right here. That's right, hypothetically, we could charge this power station with solar. So let's try to figure that out. The fact that we could charge this even without having access to the wall outlet is certainly enticing. 400 watt, 40 volt, 10 amp. Now we do need to make sure we have the right connection. So that's gonna be this one right here. Oh, we're adding solar to the mix. Now initially I was gonna make this setup completely portable as well, like put wheels underneath the mini fridge so I could wheel it around outside. I mean, if I wanted to do that, I should have built this outside because now I can't really get it out of my doorway since everything's adhered together. But hypothetically, we could attach these solar panels to the back of the setup here so that when we were outside, we could position it in the sun to get, you know, the most power. And to connect it together, all we have to do is find this little cable right here and plug that into the fronts of the S2000. And just like that, now we've added the sun into our PC desk setup. I am so happy how this all came together. Let me know if you think we should add anything to our mini fridge, PC, monitor, Wi-Fi, battery backup desk that's also cantilevered and has no support on this side. It's kind of weird, but kind of cool, right? I really do feel like we should add wheels to it so it can wheel around. That would be pretty fun. I do want to give a huge thanks to my friends over at Anker SOLIX for sending out the S2000 and for sponsoring this video. It's currently the pre-launch period for the S2000, so you can lock in the pre-launch price of $599. The way that works is you can sign up, and once launch day comes, you'll get sent a discount code to your email. And you can use that discount code to get that $599 price at checkout. I'll leave information about all that down below in case you want to learn more. I had a ton of fun with this. I hope you had fun watching. I'm Mr. Yeaster, your tech tinkerer, and I'll catch you in the next one. Oh yeah.